So, good morning again. So I had talked yesterday about the reading actually, and trying to take better care of myself. So I got to bed at a good time last night. Actually woke up feeling pretty good. So I think the universe was trying to tell me something. And Carla, it is cold out, so I let the dog out back to go to the bathroom, and it's like opened up that door and saw that little whisk of air come out of my mouth. It's like, oh, it's that time of year. Definitely a change of season. So, listening to the cards like they're the sound of the ocean. Remembering to relax our shoulders and take a breath. Yeah, it feels like a nice morning. It's amazing what 8 hours sleep actually does for you. As the universe has been dropping on my head for the past couple readings, I need to take better care of myself, get that better sleep. I don't know how much more of a hint I need. So, what does the universe have for us today? So, with that in mind, I have a stack of cards here. Good morning, Laniki. And here I'm going to... It's really early where you are, if I remember correctly. But good evening and afternoon, depending upon where anybody else is. So, with that breath and relaxing my shoulders, here we have our 3 threads going out to the universe. Each one a different conversation, each one a different thread, and which one I pull is the one that's going to vibrate out to the universal web. And that'll be the discussion we'll carry with us through the day. Each one a different discussion. So I tell you what, today is Wednesday. Let's see what's right on the top. Let's see what's on the surface that we may not have noticed. Good morning, astrology, tarot knowledge. I'm just going to call you ATK. Good morning, ATK. So, I'm going to do my 3-in-1. Look at me with 8 hours sleep. I feel like I have all this energy. So, let's see what the universe has for us today. So we have the sun. The sun. We have 10, which is the minor version of the sun, but we have the 10 of cups. But it's reversed. And the 10 of cups is never negative. It just means that maybe things didn't go as well as we wanted, but 10s are still a completion. And this cup, this card is always good anyway. Just things might have gone differently. But let's see where that takes us. I mean, sometimes we take things for granted maybe, because here we have the King of Cups looking at it. And I'm almost thinking that he's looking at it thinking, it could have gone so much better. It's like, instead of having 10 gold pieces, he gets 8 gold pieces. It's like, King, that's enough. But this is also an emotional card, because this is fire and water mixing. So it's not good when the King gets upset, or when we get angry, when we don't get our way. Because it's going to disrupt everything. So, this is one of those expectation things where no matter how good something is, we always want more. Because a king always wants, this king has his expectations. It's like, I didn't just want you to finish the wall. I wanted you to line it in gold with cherubs on it. Where are my cherubs? He's just not looking satisfied. And that's just throwing everything off, because now we have the Empress. And, the Empress, she protects, she takes care of everybody, but she's only going to be able to put up with so much herself. So here the king is getting upset, and she's staring out into the world upside down like, why am I going through this again? So it seems to me that, and keep in mind that court cards can be us, it can be other people. Hi, Eleanor. Or Eleanor. It's still warm there. Lucky you. But so here we have this king, and he's just disrupting everything because he wants what he wants when he wants it, and he wants it how he wants it. And if it's not exactly what he wants, he's just going to throw everything into disarray. And that's me. Sometimes I forget to just be grateful for the small things. So let's see what the advice card says. And that's exactly it. So this is definitely all about the emotions today. This is all about that feeling we get when things don't quite go our way. It's like, yes, I know, but I had a bigger expectation, and it's like, then somebody comes along and says, what's the matter with you? Nothing. I'm fine. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Can I tell you what fine means? So have you ever heard, how people say they're fine? I was told that fine means effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So this is what happens when I personally am fine. And I'm throwing things in disarray, and it's like, my partner could say, well, you don't look fine. It's like, oh, trust me, I'm fine. Effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So what this is saying is that, when we were younger and had less expectations, and we got handed a cup and there's a fish in it, and that's all we needed, and we were happy. I've used the analogy before. It's like I used to cry because I didn't have shoes till I saw a man who cried because he didn't have feet. It's like, yeah, but these aren't, my gold-plated Nikes. These are just regular tennis shoes that everybody else wears. Yeah, I'm kind of going to extremes, but the whole thing is that sometimes when we don't get our way, we just throw things into a tizzy. But if we step back and we look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, it's not that bad. We go out for a meal, we're paying for it, and you know what? The service is slow, and normally the food's good, but this time it's not. And so we forget the fact that we're with family or we're with friends we haven't seen in a while, and we go into a huff instead of just acknowledging all we needed to do was, I haven't seen these people since I was the Page's age. So I should be celebrating. But instead it's just not the bears in the woods that get you. It's the mosquitoes. So the mosquitoes get us, and we just kind of throw everything out of disarray. So today, it's kind of like saying, when we start getting upset, why don't we just look at things with a fresh pair of eyes? If somebody looks at us and says, are you okay? And we say, oh, I'm fine. Just remember what fine means. Because, yeah, we're fine. So, with that, that's the whole thing, is that, again, the court cards can be us, it can be somebody else. You can see somebody else who's having that issue. And if it's somebody else, then we are the page. We're the ones who are saying, you know what, you look fine. Here's a cup of coffee with a fish in it. The fish is just your happiness, I guess. Unless it's Twin Peaks and there's a fish in the percolator. And only like maybe 1 out of 50 people will get that joke. But it's still fine. So, with that, let's not throw the kingdom in total disarray just because things don't go our way. Take care, everybody, and have an amazing day. An amazing morning for those of us where it's really super early. And an amazing evening. So, I will see everybody tomorrow. Tonight we're doing the Two of Wands. We have gone through the entire deck. So tonight we're going to do like a wrap up, a Q&A, favorite points, take questions. What were the resources? You know, I've got a bunch of resources that I went to for the history and things like that. So we're going to be doing that tonight. Take care, everybody. And I will talk to you later. And have an amazing year. Thanks a lot.